I found myself this morning having to cope with the loss of a friend. Sylvester Turner and I grew up in politics together. It's a great loss.
Congressman Al Green recalling the moments he found out about his friend and colleague. Over the years, Turner was looked upon by his colleagues as close companions. And during Turner's 8 years as Houston mayor, he helped guide the city through a series of natural disasters and emergencies.
Yeah, from the historic flooding caused by Hurricane Harvey to the COVID pandemic. Rika Mudaraj in the newsroom with more on his political career from the perspective of a man who followed Turner closely. Rika.
Yeah, very closely. A Houstonian that may know the most about Turner's long political career is KHOU 11 political analyst Bob Stein. Now, Stein says he knew Turner for 47 years and has followed every political race he's entered.
I probably polled on Sylvester Turner more than any single human living person in this constellation.
Bob Stein, a longtime political science professor at Rice University, says he has followed Sylvester Turner's work in public office for decades and says what set the lifelong Democrat apart from other politicians was his ability to reach across the aisle.
I think what's interesting is he wasn't always as partisan and ideological as, of course, the contemporary scene seems.
Stein also reflected on Turner's 4 runs for Houston mayor, first in 1991 and then again in 2003.
This tells you about tenacity. I don't think that Sylvester Turner was ever deterred by what were some very early crushing, if not politically crushing, personally crushing defeats.
Amidst defeat, Turner would continue serving in the Texas House of Representatives, representing District 139 for 27 years. But a mayoral victory came for Turner in 2015, followed by a successful re-election in 2019. During his 8 years in office, he led Houston through several federally declared natural disasters, including Hurricane Harvey, the COVID-19 pandemic, and complex pension reform. But he was not without his critics.
Will Turner's legacy as a public servant be looked back on favorably?
You know, I'm a political scientist, not an historian. I think the more people look and dig, the more they find. Sylvester was what I would call probably one of the most interesting and fascinating political actors in this city's career.
Rika Mudaraj, KHOU 11 News.